Hello everybody, getting ready to do lesson 5.2 of Geometry 1 Math, Part 1. 5.2, Proving Triangles are Congruent, SSS and SAS. We got a 38-point skill sheet here for classwork, and we have a 0-point notebook sheet. Here is the standard here for this lesson. Teachers, here's your bell work for today. Determine whether it's possible to draw a triangle with the given lengths, and determine whether it's possible to draw a triangle with the given lengths. Students, give your students 4 minutes to do this one. Okay, welcome back. Here's our solutions for our bell work. No, because 16 plus 14 is not greater than 30, so you cannot draw a triangle with these side lengths here and then here. No, because 14 plus 8 is not larger than 25, so neither one of these would be a triangle. Postulate 12, side congruence postulate. If three sides of one triangle are congruent to three sides of a second triangle, then the two triangles are congruent. So here's the idea here. M and N, Q and R, there would be the same, and then all these sides A be congruent, so then the two triangles will be congruent. If they have congruent sides, then the triangles would be congruent. Symbols of side MM is congruent to QR, and MP is congruent to RS, and PM is congruent to SQ, then triangle MNP will be congruent to triangle S. Angle 1, or rather example 1, use side congruence postulate. Does the information give enough information to show that the triangles are congruent? Explain. From the diagram, you know that line HG is congruent to LJ, so HJ is congruent to LJ, and HK is congruent to LK. You know that. By the reflexive property, you know that JK is congruent to KJ. So they share that side. So by knowing all that, yes, enough information is given because corresponding sides are congruent. You can use the side congruence postulate to conclude both those triangles are congruent. Okay, everybody, here's our first guided practice for this lesson 5.2. Decide whether enough information is given for SSS. Same thing down here, students. This is yours. Teachers, give everybody about 3-4 minutes to explain your reasoning either way, if these are congruent or not. Okay, everybody, you should have your answers ready, your explanations. The triangles are congruent, so because all three pairs of corresponding sides are congruent, it is. Both these are congruent. Down here, the triangles are congruent because all three pairs of corresponding sides of the triangle are congruent. Postulate 13. If two sides include an angle of one triangle are congruent to two sides include an angle of the second, then the two angles are congruent. Here is a diagram of that here. Angle, so this side angle side, so we need a side angle and then a side. We got a side angle and a side angle, and then we have a side here QR and XY, and then we got side PQ and WX. So we have side angle side angle side angle side. Okay, example 2, use SAS congruence postulate. Does the diagram give enough information to use SAS? Explain your reasoning. So from the diagram, you know AB is congruent to CB. AB is CB congruent. And DB is congruent to DB. You can use this reflexive property. So knowing that, angle included between AB and DB is angle ABD, and then CBD. The angle included between CB and DB would be CBD in this case here. So we have a classic side angle side thing going on here. And because of that, triangle ABD is congruent to triangle CBD. Does the diagram give enough information to use SAS? Congruence postulate, explain your reasoning. Part B of example 2. You know that GF is congruent to GH. GF is congruent to GH. And GE is congruent to GE to itself. We have this, and then we have these angles here. However, the congruent angles are not included between the congruent sides. We have a side here, and then we have an angle. Side angle. Have we learned that yet? We haven't. So you cannot use SAS. We can't use SAS here. Okay, SAS. Can we use it? Explain your reasoning. Can we use it down here too, students? So teachers, give your students about 4 minutes. Okay, everybody, welcome back. Hopefully you're done with your explanations here. An included angle of PQS are congruent to two sides and the included angle of RQS. So this one is, yes, by reflexive property. And then we use vertical angles here, and triangle JNK is congruent to MNL. We have side, and then vertical angles here. Then over here, these angles are the same. Side, angle, side, angle, side. So they're both congruent. And that's 5.2 part 1. Part 2, part 3 is here. Thank you.